People are afraid of George Foreman. They talk about how hard he hits. The world has been deceived. You listen to me now. I've never told you wrong.
Muhammad Ali wasn't just the greatest inside the ring. He was a master of psychology, strategy, and sometimes pure emotion. While he fought and befriended countless fighters, there were a few who rubbed him the wrong way.
All right, we'll be back with more of the Muhammad Ali Ron Lyle World Heavyweight Championship fight.
Whether it was style, attitude, or personal clashes, these were the opponents Ali openly admitted he hated. Today, we reveal the top 6 boxers Muhammad Ali hated the most, the men who brought out his fury, competitiveness, and rare moments of outright disdain. 6. Ernie Terrell. Muhammad Ali's disdain for Ernie Terrell went far beyond the punches exchanged in the ring.
Seconds left in the round.
Terrell openly refused to acknowledge Ali's chosen name, insisting on calling him by his birth name, Cassius Clay, long after his conversion to Islam. This disrespect was personal, cutting deeply into Ali's pride and identity. When they finally met in the ring in 1967, Ali didn't just fight to defend his heavyweight title. He fought to defend his honor. Every jab and combination carried the weight of his frustration. Ali taunted Terrell relentlessly throughout the fight, verbally and physically, making it clear that the dispute was more than a sporting rivalry. Ali eventually won by unanimous decision, but the memory of Terrell's defiance lingered. To Ali, Terrell embodied arrogance and ignorance, and that personal animosity fueled some of the most intense moments of Ali's career. The fight wasn't just about boxing, it was a statement. A demonstration that disrespect would never go unchallenged. 5. Joe Frazier. The Ali-Frazier rivalry is the stuff of legend, but Ali's dislike for Joe Frazier ran deeper than competition. Frazier's relentless, head-down pressure style forced Ali to constantly adapt, never allowing him to settle into his rhythm. Each punch carried frustration, as Ali struggled against an opponent who refused to be intimidated. Ali hated the way Frazier absorbed punishment and came forward, daring Ali to break first. Their trilogy of fights, especially the brutal Fight of the Century in 1971, showcased a clash not just of skill, but of willpower and temperament. Ali's disdain was compounded by Frazier's quiet, unflinching demeanor, a stark contrast to Ali's own flamboyant confidence. Even after their fights, Ali's competitive fire kept a trace of resentment alive. Frazier pushed Ali to the limits of his technique and patience, and in Ali's eyes, that made him not only a formidable opponent, but one he truly hated in the heat of battle. 4. Ken Norton. Ken Norton presented a uniquely frustrating challenge for Muhammad Ali. Norton's unorthodox style, with his bent wrists and awkward angles, disrupted Ali's signature movement and timing. Ali had to constantly adjust, recalibrate, and improvise, a mentally exhausting task for a fighter who thrived on rhythm and flow. Their first match in 1973 resulted in a shocking split decision loss for Ali, leaving him visibly frustrated and wary of Norton's methodical aggression. What made Norton even more irritating to Ali was his quiet composure and calculated patience. Unlike flamboyant or trash-talking opponents, Norton never gave Ali an emotional edge, forcing him to fight harder than usual. The combination of technical difficulty and mental pressure made Norton uniquely irksome. Even after eventual victories, Ali admitted in interviews that Norton had been one of the most aggravating fighters he faced. Norton's style and persistence tested Ali in ways few others could, cementing his place as one of the boxers Ali genuinely disliked. 3. Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes was a younger, sharper, and technically superior fighter in his prime, and Ali openly admitted that he disliked him intensely. Holmes's clinical precision and relentless jab exposed vulnerabilities in Ali's aging body, reminding him that time was catching up. Ali's frustration was compounded by Holmes's patience. He didn't rush, didn't taunt unnecessarily, and forced Ali to adapt with precision and strategy rather than emotion. Holmes's style revealed the limits of Ali's legendary reflexes and footwork, something the former champion hated confronting. Their 1980 bout was less about ego and more about Ali grappling with reality. Skill and timing were slipping away. Holmes became a symbol of everything Ali feared in his later career, not just defeat, but irrelevance. Despite the eventual loss, Ali respected Holmes's ability to capitalize on opportunity. Yet that respect never erased the frustration and dislike he felt for facing someone so technically proficient and strategically disciplined. Holmes was a reminder that Ali's supremacy wasn't eternal, and that stung more than any punch could. 2. Sonny Liston. In the early days of Ali's career, Sonny Liston represented fear incarnate. Standing over 6 feet tall with enormous power and a menacing presence, Liston intimidated nearly everyone in the heavyweight division. Ali's hatred of Liston wasn't personal in the beginning. It was born of fear and survival instinct. Liston's reputation as a knockout artist and a ruthless fighter created a psychological battlefield before the first bell even rang. Ali's hatred evolved as he used his wit, speed, and cleverness to outmaneuver Liston, turning intimidation into opportunity. The first fight in 1964 wasn't just about winning a title. It was about conquering a looming threat that had terrorized the division. Liston's aura tested Ali's confidence, ego, and courage, forcing him to become the clever, psychological tactician he is remembered as today. Ali hated Liston because he represented danger, uncertainty, and challenge. Yet overcoming him cemented Ali's legacy as the greatest. 1. Floyd Patterson. Floyd Patterson frustrated and angered Muhammad Ali like few others. Patterson's speed, unpredictability, and aggressive style forced Ali to fight outside his comfort zone. Ali admitted that Patterson's techniques were mentally exhausting, requiring constant calculation and adaptability. Unlike fighters who were easily intimidated, Patterson demanded attention with every punch and made Ali work harder than most opponents ever had. Their bouts were filled with tension, with Ali constantly on edge, anticipating counterattacks and adjusting his strategy mid-fight. While Ali respected Patterson's skill, the combination of speed, unpredictability, and relentless persistence made him the most hated opponent in Ali's eyes. It wasn't personal animosity alone. It was the stress of facing someone who tested Ali mentally, emotionally, and physically in ways few others did. Patterson's style forced Ali to fight smarter, harder, and with unrelenting focus, leaving a lingering sense of frustration that defined their encounters. Muhammad Ali's legacy isn't just measured by victories, it's defined by the opponents he respected, feared, and sometimes hated. These 6 men challenged him in ways few others could, pushing the greatest to his limits both physically and mentally. Ali's honesty about whom he disliked reminds us that even legends have their rivals, and that every fight carries more than just skill. It carries emotion, pride, and sometimes outright disdain.